Hello friends, welcome back to next session on general insurance. Now let's continue or begin our learning. So in the previous lectures or the sessions, we have dealt with or we have understood what are the various different brokers, agents, middlemen and participants in terms of insurance. Now in case of the general insurance, now we'll be dealing with the concept of code of conduct. In this particular session, we'll be able to understand how do we define a broker and what are the various code of conduct or the norms that an individual insurance broker has to perform. Now let's begin with our learning. Who is a broker? So first we'll understand do we mean by a broker. A broker means an individual or a person who is either an employee of a director or a director of an insurance company or a broker engaged in the solicitation and also the procurement of insurance business. So in this case, who is a broker? A broker is a person who acts as a middleman or who acts as a representative of your insurance company. So this particular person may be either an employee or he may be a representative or he may be a registered member or he may be a licensed person or in case he may be a director of an insurance company. So any one individual who is performing all those roles, at least one of the single role, then he may be called as an insurance broker. And for becoming an insurance broker, what does he has to do? An insurance broker has to undergo the certain amount of training, and accordingly whenever he performs that particular training, the license is being provided by the insurance company along with the consultation with the IRDAI, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, and accordingly he is been called as a licensed or registered broker of a particular firm. That particular firm is called as an insurance company. After referring the regulation of the section 13 subs clause 6 of the Insurance Broker Act, accordingly the definition of broker or the roles, responsibilities and activities that one has to perform are being provided in section 13 sub clause 6 of the IRDAI Act. Now let's understand or look into the concern of the code of conduct. The code of conduct is a particular directives or the guidelines that have been provided either by the IRDAI or the various competent authorities with respect to what do we mean by an insurance broker or how the various roles, responsibilities insurance broker has to perform. Those particular responsibilities the insurance broker that performs are explained in the various slides in detail. The first role that they have to perform is client relationship. Always, the insurance broker has to see that he is having a good and continuous or ongoing relationship with the client. The client is a particular person who is going to purchase your insurance policy, and there will be a continuous relationship between the insured person as well as the insurance company. So, a positive and healthy or good environment and a relationship must be created between the client and the insurance company. Sales practices. Always, insurance is treated as selling an insurance product or a goods or a service to a particular individual who is in need of those services. So, sales practice is essentially required in terms of an insurance company. So, various selling essential tips needed to be followed by an insurance broker, and accordingly, effective sale or a closure of sale must be undertaken by an insurance broker. The insurance broker who is conducting these activities or who is acting as a broker should follow the concern of unfair criticism. He should not criticize any of the product or any of the competitor or any of the policy or the decision either by the insurance company, either by the government or either by the competent authority. So no criticism or comment must be made by an insurance broker, and accordingly the fair and just knowledge must be given about the insurance policy to the respective client. Terms and conditions for the financing. So in case a particular person is ready or an insured person is purchasing your policy, he must clearly explain the drawbacks, the pros, the cons, and as well as the terms and conditions for the financing of an insurance project. So whenever a project is being purchased or a insurance policy is been taken by an individual, so what pros and cons are being associated with those concerned, all those points must be explained to the insurance client. Par premium discount offering. So at any stage in the previous lectures, we have understood what do we mean by par pricing, premium pricing, and the discount pricing. So as per the transaction that has been going, as per the deal or as per the closure of that particular sale, you may either close the deal in par, either in a premium or at a particular discounting. So depending on the relationship with the client, depending on the how closure of the sale is being undertaken, such type of benefits, such type of remuneration, such type of incentives or concern must be undertaken, and accordingly the price of the insurance policy or the premium of the insurance policy must be set, and certain benefits must be given to the clients. Furnishing of the information. So whatever information that has been required either to the insurance company, either from the insured person, or either that is needed to be submitted to the IRDAI, that is the competent authority, all the information must be furnished by the insurance company and must be taken from the insured person. So clear information, that is clarity of information and clarity of thought, is essentially required in terms of purchasing or closing of a sale for an insurance product. So here in this case, whenever at whatever stage point of time, whichever information is been required, either to the client or either to the insurance company, it is the duty of that particular broker to see that all those information is available with that particular broker and he is fulfilling those norms or criteria. Explanation of the insurance contract. It is the duty and responsibility of the insurance broker to clearly explain the insurance contract to the insured person. So, according to the terms and conditions, what will be the benefit, how the benefit will be arrived, what will be the amount of premium, what is covered, what is not covered, all those things must be explained clearly by the insurance broker to the respective client with whom they are trying to deal or close the particular sale. Renewal of the policies. Now, certain policies which are of a nature, which is of a short period point of time, they must be explained to the client on a very immediate basis or on a concerned basis. If a certain policy gets expired at a very shorter duration, a proper renewal or a proper reminder notice must be given to the client. Accordingly, the policies must be renewed on time. Certain policies, for example, in case of an health insurance, get expired within a span of 1 year. So a proper renewal reminder and a notices must be given to the client, and accordingly, the health insurance policies must be renewed from time to time. That is, before the deadline is not been extended. The insurance broker acts as an official agent or official member of the IRDAI and as well as IBAI, that is Insurance Brokers Association of India. So in this case, they act as a representatives or the registered members or the licensed members of the competent authorities. Another code of conduct that an insurance broker has to perform is positive and healthy relationship. So as we create a relationship between the client and between the insurance company, the broker has to see that there is always a positive and healthy relationship. Any of the doubt, any of the information that has been needed by either to the insurance company or the insured person, everything must be clearly mentioned. All the pros and cons must be explained accordingly. The healthy relationship, positive relationship must be developed between the two parties. Claims by the client. So now one of the concern that one insurance broker has to make or think of is a concern is he must be available 24/7. That is, at just over a phone call, the insurance broker is acts as a middleman, acts as a guider, acts as a counselor, or acts as a mentor to the insured person. So whenever a help is being needed to a certain client, whenever the claim that is being raised, it is a duty of the insurance broker to see that the claim is being finalized on an urgent basis or as early as possible, and accordingly the closure of the sale or closure of the insurance claim is being done on an immediate basis. Receipt of complaints. So if any of the complaint is been received by the insurance broker or received by the insurance company, or the complaint is from the insured person, all those complaints must be accepted in a positive way, and it should always be seen that those particular complaints are been resolved, and accordingly the query is been solved as early as possible. So receipt of complaint and resolving of the complaint, both the activities the insurance broker has to perform. The next code of conduct that they have to perform is in respect to the documentation. That is, whatever documents that have been required from the insured person and the document that have been needed to be submitted to the insurance company or the competent authorities, all those documents must be collected by the insurance agent from the insured person and must needed to be submitted to the insurance company. So in this way, proper documentation and maintenance of all the documents is needed to be undertaken by the insurance broker. Advertisement and remuneration. So advertising, the insurance broker should always see that his product or his company is being advertised in an effective way. Now, while advertising, he must not exaggerate what is being mentioned or what is not being mentioned, but a clear and true or fair information about the product, about the company, about the policy, about the terms and conditions must be given by the insurance broker. Remuneration, the insurance broker is entitled for a remuneration that is been received by either from the insurance company or by the appointed respective agents. So accordingly, the insurance broker receives a certain amount of remuneration. This particular amount of remuneration is either at a fixed percentage or in a certain amount of salary that has been fixed between the insurance company and between the insurance agent or the broker. Training, as and when there is a certain need, the training can be provided to one particular individual, and accordingly it is the duty of the insurance company to provide training to the individual. The next code of conduct that one has to perform or they have to look for is information and education. So a proper information must be given or must be provided to the insured person, and whenever any education is needed to be given, that is any information, any knowledge that is needed to be shared with the client with respect to the changes in the policies of the government, changes in the policy of the insurance company, or any amendments that have been made by the either the insurance agency or the authorities, all those things must be informed to the client as well as the insurance company time to time. Reinsurance, another major aspect or a additional job that the insurance broker has to perform is it is when concerned with the reinsurance contract. Reinsurance is a particular contract wherein a insured company is getting itself insured by from and some another insurance company. So insurance of insurance company is called a reinsurance. So here in this case, the insurance broker also act as a middleman in terms of a reinsurance contract also. Display of the notice. So any of the notice or any of the notification that has been received either from the government or the insurance regulatory authorities, all those notices must be informed to the either to the insured company or the insured person time to time. And lastly, the office management. Office management with respect to the stationery, with respect to the documents, with respect to the other goods and services that are or the articles that have been required, all those things must needed to be taken into account, and accordingly it is a duty of the insurance broker to maintain his office in an effective way. The table that or that an insurance broker has, the files that he is maintaining, the document that he is collecting, the information that has been collected which has been submitted with along with the necessary proofs or the documents or the papers, and the maintenance of the office with respect to the stationery, everything must be kept in an effective way, and accordingly his office must be in a presentable mode. So now let's summarize what we have learned in this particular session. In this particular session, we have learned about what do we mean by a broker. That is, a broker acts as a middleman, a representative, an employee, or a director of an insurance company who acts on the behalf of the insurance company and sells the product to the insured person. We have also dealt with and we have seen what are the various codes of conduct that the insurance broker has to perform, and what are the various duties and responsibilities that have been fulfilled by the insurance broker. I hope you must have enjoyed the learning. So we'll stay connected. Thank you.